Hey there, this is Captain Horfe. Hey, before this episode gets started, I just want to take a moment to say I'm really new at this. My tools are really pretty simple, and my understanding of the tools are really pretty simple. So I'm bound to make some mistakes along the way. You're going to see some of the mistakes in this episode and also the next episode, unfortunately. You'll notice in some parts of this episode the game audio is very, very loud in comparison to my voice. So, especially when it comes to the parts dealing with mechanism, those machines are naturally very loud. And not that that's any excuse, I really should have compensated by turning the game volume down. So there's some parts in this video where it's going to be very hard to hear me. I tried to fix it in post, but I don't really know how, to be honest. So I hope that this episode is still watchable and still enjoyable, but there are going to be some parts where the audio is a little jacked. Yeah, you're going to have trouble hearing me. So please forgive me for that. I'm learning as I go. Hopefully, I will continue to make better and better quality product as I continue to do this and learn some things the hard way. Anyway, I really do hope you still enjoy the episode, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hey, this is Captain Horfe, and welcome to Horfe Plays Resonant Rise 3, episode 24. This quarry is hauling. In fact, it's hauling so much. Oops. Shrinking device. We're back to a problem we had before. Namely. Oh. I was gonna say this guy can't keep up, but he's actually doing alright. Earlier though, this thing was backlogged and stuck to skills, and I am going to continue to increase the speed of this thing, so even though my point was completely invalidated, thanks a lot machines, maybe it's just a lull. I'm going to snag these real quick, and take them out with us. And even though these machines tried to make me look like a fool, oops, give me that back. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them to basic factories. So, that's my smelter, and now I'll put my crusher in there. I made a bunch of these. It's just redstone and osmium in one of those metallurgic infusers. Basic factories. Alright, let's go back in the box. Let's see. How come we're not getting any ore? Okay, this thing's still going. We just must be having bad luck or something. Oh well. We will eventually get ore again. So let's go ahead and set these guys up for that enriching, purifying. It's purifying, crushing, enriching, smelting. Crushing, enriching, and smelting. I find it quite bizarre that we're not getting any ore. And then apparently we have to connect these again. So, no, don't be like that. Well, there's another way to do it. Wow. Oh, I know what the problem is. We're gonna have to probably reconfigure these. I think red, yeah, it's red. And red. It's like mathematically impossible, isn't it, that I haven't gotten any ore by now? Something is wrong. Throw this item filter back in there. It actually remembers the filters, which is pretty cool. Alright, let me go figure out what's going on here. Alright, so I figured out what the problem was. I needed to reconfigure all these machines, all this stuff. So I went ahead and did that. The only thing that's left is to reconfigure it to take stuff from the hopper. But actually I've disabled this and this for now. Oh, ow. Because I don't want any more ore going into this box. We're going to hold on to it. But just to show that this is working fine. Oh, and also to show, these factories are pretty much exactly the same as their counterparts, purifying, etc. Except they have 3 channels. They use a lot more power, of course. But check this out. When I configure this to red, see, I can do 3 different types of ore at once. It's pretty sweet. And to get to these machines, that's really helpful. And everything appears to be going smoothly, right? This doesn't appear to be keeping up. There must be a speed upgrade or something. Okay, yeah, it looks like there's a slot for one. I might end up doing that. But no more ores are coming in here for now. So I'm out here on a tiny little desert island. Desert biome. Even over here where it's all nice. Oh, that is a Elysium field. That's weird. Okay, so this is a desert biome. It better be. I'm worried now. And it's really pretty close to my base. But what I'm going to do now, hopefully I have a project. Hopefully I have everything I need in my project bag. I'm going to need a ton of these salination blocks. And we're going to make a 4x4 base. And I believe the magic number is 18, so let's see. Let me go back. Let me get back. Oops. Let me get my pick. So we're going to have to go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it really 8? Yeah. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know. I hope I'm right. So I gotta build a ring that high, which is crazy. But I brought a whole lot of these blocks. These blocks are basically dynamic tanks, which are a bit of steel, and then a bunch of copper. And so basically what I'm making is called a salination plant. Ooh, let me get back in the project bag. Give me all of these. No peeking at what else is in the project bag. Ooh, I'm starting to wonder if I have enough of this, even with as much as I made. I made like 5 stacks or so. I mean, the max, of course I'm going to build the max possible configuration, and the max is 18 blocks high. It's supposed to be very expensive, and it is. What is this thing for? Well, you probably know if you do mechanism at all. If you don't, well, you're going to be enlightened. I'm going to bust out my tape measure on this guy. Well, the thing is if it doesn't work, we'll just lower it 1, and then it'll work. Yeah, I'm starting to pretty sure think. Oops. Come here, you. Yeah, I've got like a stack and a half left. Well, we'll see if I have enough. If not, I'll go make more. Alright, this thing is 18 high. Pretty gigantic. Now, I gotta take out the corner pieces. And to power this thing, it uses 4 advanced solar generators, which are mechanism generators. They're actually rather good. I just don't use them because, I don't know. I've kind of decided to use fuel. Not that I will forever, but reactors that use fuel, even if that fuel is ridiculous efficiency off of Yellorium. Alright, so I kind of want to. I think I need to get these turned towards. Alright, these guys are stubborn. So let me. I think, yeah, each one's got to be Like those two are okay. Basically, the little nozzle thing has to be pointed towards. You're stubborn. Let's see if I can get this fixed. Alright, let me get this. Alright, got it on there. And the last thing we should have to do is replace one of these blocks with the salination controller. I love how they make you put it all the way up here just to be a jackass. Incomplete. Structured. Okay, I think that means it's working. Yeah, it says it's 18 high. Sweet. It's working. And of course, it's also nighttime. Let me put on my night vision pendant. I'm not going to let nighttime stop me. In fact, meet the new member of my family. It's a steel blade, steel handle, thaumium second handle, and a paper plate. So it has 2 extra rewrites. It's got full fortune, and it's got all the quartz I could stack on it, and beheading. It's also a cleaver, so it has beheading to begin with. I've already gotten quite a few heads from this. It's a beast. And let's throw on the tainted blood pendant for night vision. Now, this thing works, but, let's see. Chunk boundaries. I think I intended to set this up right over here. Yeah, I got a little extra sand to level this out. And since this is on an island, well, I don't know. The more water that's around, it's like less space for things to spawn in. Not that it matters that much. Alright, so basically, we're also going to break 2 blocks down here. And these are going to be valves. Do I want them this close to each other? Nah, we'll put one over here. Ever since the last update, I get these one over here actually. I get these very helpful messages about creatures falling out of the world. And every time I kill something, I get a very detailed message down there. Now, one thing this thing needs is water, and I mean a lot of it. So, I didn't bring a bucket, did I? Check the tool bag for a bucket. That's negative. I don't think soul vials can hold it. Oh, come here, you little bat. Anyway, I can turn this thing off because I know what I need. Alright, I'm going to magically be right back with a bucket. Hey, I'm on my way back with 2 buckets, and, for once the quicksand favors me. 1 shot, and there's a head. What do you know? This thing, I get so many head drops, it's amazing. I love it. Alright, so what we need to do is turn off hover. I'm going to put a piece of sand right here. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Here, 1 shot. Oh. Well, the Cthulhu has decided to give me a point of ordo, so thank you, Eldritch Gods. It's much appreciated. Alright. Here comes another one. This actually, you can see, does quite a bit of damage. The only thing I'm really worried about is creepers. So, I need a liquid node. So I'm going to put a liquid transfer node right there, and now I'll break this, and we'll fill it up with infinite water. Let me grab one more just to be sure. Okay. And there better be transfer pipe in the project. Yes, there is. So let me... Even though it doesn't look connected, I believe it is. Because I've done this before. Alright, let's say structured. Alright, 1800 high, empty, empty. Alright, let's make sure we can get water into this thing. So this thing needs water. Which this thing should be... Oh, okay. Something's up with these liquid transfer oh, I know what's up. How about the 32 world interaction upgrades I made? Now something's up. Oops. Even though it doesn't look connected, I believe it is. Again, let me turn on hover. Turn turn on hover. I'm getting really low on jetpack. Luckily, home's not too far, so worst case scenario, I can hoof it. Yes, it's filling up with water. It's actually doing pretty well. Cool. So the idea with this is you fill it up with water. It takes a lot of water to fill up, but it's working. And when the sun comes, it should make something called brine. And when it does, we're going to collect it in this ender tank. And finally, we are going to chunk load. I'll just put it down right next to the ender tank. We're going to chunk load just this chunk. So, let's see. Probably won't see anything there until daytime, which we're going to try to stick around for. Well, I might go charge my jetpack and come back. Oh, it sucks to be him. He must have really good armor. Lines go away. Alright, so I went to sleep in my bed, and as you can see, this ender tank is filled with some kind of yellow fluid. You can see the frequency I said is yellow, white, yellow. It's kind of filling with some yellowish fluid, and if you look at this, it's actually brine. So brine is created, we put water in this huge salination plant, and the bigger it is, the more brine it creates. Also, this works best in the desert. It relies on solar power and heat. So I believe it has a multiplier of 2 because I'm in the desert. So basically, I think what this does is it kind of ticks all the way up, and then you get a little bit of brine. Or actually, no, you're always getting a little bit of brine. We're getting more than I normally probably would because we're in the desert. Right now it's just filling up this ender tank and then just kind of backfilling into this buffer here. So I need to get this brine filled up into something. So to do that, I could make a drum. I kind of want to have more brine than that though, so it's time to do something awesome. Remember all this AE liquid stuff that didn't work? We're gonna yoink it. Hopefully I can come back with a pump later. If not, oh well. So now we've got all this good stuff, we're gonna set it up somewhere else. Like down here in this room. Where should we put it? I think we're gonna put it against this wall for now. Oh my god, we're so full on stuff. Let us unload some of the junk. Hello. I really need to make more of these and something to make them easier to use. So, junk be gone. Oh, ectoplasm, I don't even know how I got that, but party on. I had extra salination blocks. So I have an ender tank that's full of brine right now. We're basically going to try to dump it into a liquid Emmy system and see how it goes. It's going to be a separate system because we're not quite ready to make our system any bigger. We're maxed out on channels. I promise you it's coming. I know I've said it for a while, but it's definitely coming because I'm going to need it. Alright, so I think I've got everything I need, including a 64K. Let me also get a 4K. I got that 4K fluid disk. So what I'm going to do, and then I'm actually going to grab comment. Now, mind you, I haven't processed any ores. Oh good, I've got a lot of this stuff. So let's go down, down, down. And, you know, I think I might just put it against here for now. Even though I know we're probably going to move it. Now, let's just put it over here. So, I need an energy acceptor. I need an Emmy drive. So, energy acceptor will go here. Emmy drive will go here. Fluid interface. Fluid terminal. A little piece of cable. Fluid interface will go here. Blood magic light has to go away. Fluid cable will go there. Fluid. Okay, simple setup. And then we'll put the 64 and the 4K. So then all that's left to do really is run power to this guy. So, unfortunately, no bat or ender mini form for myself. That's okay. We're going to run a line of enhanced. And we'll use smooth stone to cover it back up. Smooth stone. I don't care about your iron. I have cores for that. Alright. Almost there. And this is going through my capacitor, so it uses the battery. Alright, so this is getting power. I do like, one thing I like about, I'm becoming a bit of a Silk Touch disciple, I gotta say. I do like getting smooth stone. Only thing I don't get is the ability to use the extra utilities like quadrupling, tripling, doubling, etc. Alright, so we have a fluid terminal, and basically, I don't know if I want this to be here. I don't want the drive to be there. I think I want the drive to be... I guess I want the drive to be here. 64 and 4. Because I want this to be here. I'm trying to keep this simple. Put this on here. And then I should be able to put this tank like right on top of here. And... one way or another. Down, empty. Okay, let's learn how to use this together, guys. Okay, maybe I need to pipe it in somehow. Let me go get some of that pressurized fluid conduit. Yeah, that stuff. So then what I should be able to do is go, oh, no. Look at that. Just took a second. Where is it? Down, up, north, south, west, east. Oh, well, there we go. We've got 41 buckets of... Okay, look at that. So we have 41 buckets of brine. 42 buckets of brine. Now, eventually, I am going to have to, might as well do it now. So... it's for our ender tanks. And I should hopefully be able to ascertain, make sure that this is always active. Should be emptying. We should be getting more buckets. So the interface should stay empty unless I say otherwise. And okay, then now that's turned the right way. Oh, but you know what? This isn't gonna work. Well, they're gonna have to take turns because this conduit is not very friendly about, you know, it's a fluid conduit. It only does one fluid at a time. But so conduit binder, fused quartz, and a vibrant alloy in the middle gives you ender fluid conduit. Instant fluid teleportation allows multiple fluids to be transported on the same line. This stuff is magical. And it's what we're going to use for this little simple setup. So say goodbye to this stuff. Goodbye, stuff. And say hello to ender fluid conduit. Amazing stuff. And basically should be all pre-configured. So I should see brine start to come in there. I might not if it's nighttime until I go sleep. And you know what? There's one more thing I want to do. Where did I... yeah, it's outside. I know where it is. Sitting here on top of a sitting on top of a igneous extruder as if that's the most important job in the world. So we'll just grab this guy. And basically this is hooked up to an endothermic pump. I've just decided why not just yoink all the lava I can right now into the 64K cell. Why did I come down here? All this upgrade room, all this stuff I have plans for, someday plans for. So drop that, flip the switch. What are you doing? Alright. Stop. Alright, clearly we need to do a little configuration here. You are to only extract liquids, and it's got built-in filters, always active. So you empty out. You are always to extract liquids. And this should just like suck all the lava out of the nether until either we fill up the cell, yeah, which we might do pretty easy. That kind of makes me wish the brine was on the 4K. But we'll see. And I'm sure there's ways to fiddle around with, and I can always turn this off. So how many buckets of lava do we have? Wow, look at that. Look at how, oh baby, look at that. 50 buckets of brine. It must be nighttime. See, that is just beautiful. Look at that lava just coming in. I like it. Liquid AE is pretty sweet. Alright, well, as great as this is working, and it's helped me, it's made sure I haven't wasted any time. I got 138 buckets of brine that will not be wasted. And eventually, when everything's where it should be, it will be easy to set this up properly in a really awesome way. But for now, we're just going to have to grab the ender tank and, do we have a drum? Yeah, I'm just going to have to use a drum for now. And then we're going to hop inside of our machine, and I got a project bag full of goodies. So we've got some work to do. So right now we've got ore tripling set up. Everything's about to take a step to the right. So this factory... Alright, this factory is going to go here now. This factory is going to go here now. Enriching, smelting, perfect. This factory is going to go here. This factory is going to go here. We have a new factory. And it's going to go here. And we have upgrades for it too, which we'll go ahead and slam. Oops, slam in there now. Speed and energy. So what this is a chemical injector. So this injects chemicals into an ore. And what the chemical that we inject into the ore is hydrogen chloride, which right now we're running oxygen into this, and that's not going to really help. The thing is we still need to run oxygen into this guy. So we're going to have to rework this a bit in order to get what we want. And I'm going to get rid of that for now. We're probably going to have to rework at least a bit of this. So I think what I'm going to start with, yeah, let's grab this, let's grab all this. I have another one of these, what are they called? Rolling pouch. These guys. Not a chemical infuser. Electrolytic separator. So we're going to put one on here, and it's still going to be, you know, same setup. Dumping that, getting oxygen. We're going to have to run power to it still. And with the setup we have here, there's no, like, we have exactly as much room as it looks like. There's no extra room because the setup is what we have. Okay, so this is going to be interesting to I have to think about this. I brought a lot more of that pressurized tube, by the way. So I can keep that going, no problem, but I have to think about this. I might end up redoing a lot of this stuff. Alright, well fortunately I had a second reservoir sitting in my AE system, so what I'm going to do is get this reservoir filled up. Great. And then have it push liquid out. Oops, I had this thing pointed the right way and everything. There we go. Now I should be able to take a piece of pressurized tube. Okay, let me make sure this is the right factory. Crushing, purifying. Nope. So what we want to do, what we want to do is move one to the left and do pretty much the same thing. And we just need one piece of pressurized tube. And we should be able to tell this guy to dump the hydrogen, keep the oxygen. Perfect. Now, this guy is nice and neat, and we don't have to worry about him. We don't need this guy anymore, and we actually don't need this anymore. So that opens up space for solving the next piece of this puzzle, which is how to make hydrogen chloride and get it into this machine. Alright, so here I got the brine ender tank. I've tested this a little bit, so you can see I've got a drum for brine. It's got 20 buckets or so in it now. I have a chemical infuser. Chemical infuser has two sides and then like an output. So it looks like it's outputting directly into this machine, which would be, if it works, fantastic. So now we've got a drum filling up with brine. What we need to do is get brine from that drum into this thing. And we gotta dump all that. Because, alright, what's it doing? It's making hydrogen. Is there a way to dump this water tank? Probably not. So what we're gonna do is just, we have another separator that I think is empty, yeah. We need to get power to both of these things. I thought I had power cable. Oops. I bet you it's in here. Yep. Alright, so I'll run power along the top. Ooh, can't do that. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Alright. So, there we go. We've got that. I don't even know if that's gonna work. Think, think, think. Well, maybe since... Okay, maybe we can run power like this. Okay. Now, to get fluid into this, we might have to use pressurized conduit. I think if we go like here to here, and then set this side to extract, and then this is getting filled up with brine, and it's creating sodium and chlorine. We don't want the sodium. We do want the chlorine. Luckily, it's pointed the right way. I want this. I want it to go straight into here. So you are okay, don't mess with me. So you are getting filled with chlorine. Good. And then another electrolytic separator. I'll go right here where there's already power. Dump the oxygen. And we're going to run hydrogen down, down, down. Alright, you're getting chlorine, you're getting hydrogen, and hopefully, yes, you're putting the hydrogen chloride into the machine. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And so as long as you have brine, which we're rapidly draining the brine, so that's fine. It's going to take a while to fill this buffer. Perfect. And it's nice and compact. That worked out nice. So, We are filling up with chlorine, we're filling up with hydrogen, we're making hydrogen chloride. Currently all the hydrogen chloride is going into here, I think. Well, 100 of it did anyway. I think I might just need to give it time, or I might need to give it power. You see, machines need electricity to run, or in Minecraft we like to call it redstone flux. Now we're generating the hydrogen chloride. Perfect. Perfect. And once that fills up, everything's going to backfill. Excellent. Okay, now we're talking. Now we just want to put that there. Put that there. Ouch. What are in these? No, not those, although it probably already did. No, not that. We just, basically we want you to bring in whatever I allow in from the other side. And I think I disabled both of these, so importing. The last thing that we need is a place for this stuff to go. And unfortunately, I was hoping there would be some kind of buffer, but I guess the AE system is going to be our buffer. That is a big no. Disabled. Alright, and we want you... We only want to see this. I want you to go that way. And actually... Yeah, insert. Alright, we should be accepting goods again. So, what do we have? That zinc ore should be able to make its way in here. Oh, I know why it's not. Configuration. Auto eject on. Let's turn everything off. Blue for eject, and then I want red on top for bringing the items. And it's always a little touchy, there's always something little here. You know what? It's probably always active. Yep, there we go. Now, each ore is getting turned into 4 shards. So that's ore quadrupling. And then what we want is to have this one accept input on the left. And then after you get the shards, everything else is, this will turn them into the clumps that they normally would turn into. I'm not even going to try to talk anymore. You get it. Too loud, but awesome. Oh. That, ladies and gentlemen, is ore quadrupling in a box. Now, all the ore that I have backlogged, and I have a ton. Look at all that copper. Look at all that, everything. It's going to take a while to process all this, but basically, as this thing has room, yeah, see, it's just pulling it in, and then we're quadrupling our ore now. So basically, we now have ore quadrupling in a box. Well, that's definitely all the time we have for this episode, so thanks everyone for watching. That was really fun. Now that we're running this awesome quarry, I actually want to make sure that I'm getting the most out of the resources, and that means teching up through the ore multiplication, duplication, whatever you want to call it, chain. So we actually have one more step to go, and I don't know if we're gonna do it next or if we're gonna be cool on quadrupling for a little while. We're probably gonna do it next. But that's next episode. For this episode, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Always appreciate it. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. All right, take it easy. Bye bye.